Hey y'all, welcome to Corn Dog Caravan. I am Chris and Ray is behind the camera, and we are coming to you today from a state park called Mears State Park outside of Mobile, Alabama. So if my southern accent gets a little thick, it's because I'm in Alabama. Today I am going to be making sour cream and onion chicken. This is a recipe I found from Pressure Luck Cooking. So, and I've made some modifications. So for the real recipe, you want to go to pressureluckcooking.com and you'll then see all the modifications that I'm making. One thing that he does with his recipe is he cooks noodles separate and then combines. We are going to try something today. If this works, then this recipe will make it to YouTube. If it doesn't work, you'll never see this. But anyway, we're going to be trying to cook the noodles with the chicken today and see if we can make it all a one pot meal. So are you ready? Let's cook. This is a pretty simple recipe, and because I'm not following his recipe step by step, this is even going to be easier. So we're going to start out with chicken. We've got onions. We've got a Lipton onion soup pack, chicken bouillon, butter, garlic, salt and pepper, olive oil, and then the noodles. At the very end, when everything's done cooking, we're going to add in some sour cream and some garlic and herb boursin, which is just spreadable cheese. The boursin and the Better Than Bouillon are two of pressureluckcooking.com's favorite ingredients. All right, so let's get started. The first thing we want to do is start working on the chicken. I'm gonna come over here to the Instant Pot and hit saute. We are going to add olive oil, and again, for all the ingredients and the measurements and all that good stuff, go to pressureluckcooking.com. I'm just gonna wing it today, and we're gonna let this get hot. I went ahead and chopped up all the onions. I am using a 3-quart Instant Pot. So anytime you are cooking from an Instant Pot recipe, chances are if you're working with a 3-quart, you're going to have to cut it in half, the recipe. So I've done that. I'm only using a half an onion. Generally, you would want to use a full onion. And I'm going to have to wing my water and my bouillon today because, like I said, we're going to be adding the noodles, so I need to make sure they're all submerged and all that good stuff. So I'm not going to wait for everything to get hot. Another thing is my chicken is still kind of frozen. So, like I said, this may make it to YouTube, it may not. So what I'm doing at this point is I'm going to sear the chicken and make sure that it goes from pink to white all along the edges. It's already like softening up and everything, so. All right, as you can see, we've gone ahead and cooked the edges. It's not cooked all the way through. It's not supposed to be. You just want the outside cooked. So I'm going to take this out and I'm going to set it aside. Now, because I did not do what Jeffrey does, I have a lot of chicken juice in there and I don't want it in there. So it's all going on the side. Now we're going to start working on our onions. And we're going to let that melt and get nice and hot. Yeah. Okay, we're going to now add the onions. Nothing smells better than onions cooking in butter until you add the garlic, and then it even smells better. So we are going to saute these onions, get them to a nice translucent. All right, so we've been sauteing the onions for about 2 or 3 minutes. They're nice and pretty translucent. They don't need to be cooked down too much because they're gonna get cooked during the pressure cooking. Now I'm gonna add a heaping of garlic. We're almost out of garlic, hun. And I don't think you can ever have too much garlic. All right, and I just want to mix that in for about a minute. You don't want to scorch the garlic. Okay, now that I have sauteed the onions and the garlic together, it smells delish. I'm going to add back the chicken. I think I lost one. Add back the chicken. Mix it all up. I'm going to add my chicken broth. I use better than bouillon. And I just scoop it in there. Add some salt and pepper. Whoa. That was way too much pepper. That's gonna be bad, y'all. Crap. Onion soup mix. I'm gonna stir it all together. Y'all, that's a lot of pepper. Okay, now I'm going to add the water. So at this point, after, I'm going to turn my pressure cooker off. At the point that the chicken and the onions are all cooked, everything is just dump and go at this point. Now I want to make sure that the noodles are submerged, so I'm going to add more water. And make sure they're all nice and in there. You don't want to stir them in. You just want to make sure they're all under there. And I also want to make sure that I have not gone above the max fill line, and I haven't. There we go, folks. So we're going to put the lid on. We're going to make sure we're on sealing. Going to hit the pressure cook button, and we're going to go for 8 minutes. All right, guys, our timer has gone off. We are going to hit the venting, and we're going to wait for the pin to drop. Okay, now that the pin dropped, we're going to open it up and see if it worked. I did something new. It did. All right. Oh, yep. It worked, everybody. The noodles got all nice and cooked. So now we're going to add some sour cream. A good amount of sour cream. Maybe a little bit more. And then, don't forget, guys, I am doing a 3-quart Instant Pot, so I am not going to be using the whole Boursin. I'm going to be splitting it in half. I guess if you really wanted that cheesy garlic and herb, you could do the whole thing. So I'm going to hit my cancel button and go back to my saute and keep this all nice and warm and get it all nice and mixed together. Once it gets all melted together, you're going to have a nice creamy sauce. So this is almost similar to the beef and noodles that I've made before, which is why I think we like this so much. But instead of beef, you're using chicken. Instead of all the savory beef sauces, we're doing more of creamy. Now when you go to plate it up, if you have chives, You can cut up some chives and stick that in there as well. Since I'm in a van full time, I don't keep chives on hand. Get some more of that sauce in there. There we go. So there you go, guys. Sour cream and onion chicken and noodles. And I'll be right back and I'll show you what it looks like plated. Thank you for watching till the end of the video. Please check the description below for the link for pressyourluckcooking.com. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, hit that like button, and ring that notification bell for future videos that are going to be coming your way.
What are you cooking today?
Testing. I am cooking sour cream and onion chicken.